Lyft is now providing additional information for some riders on the upfront fare screen. So is this additional information a game changer? Let's discuss. So I was giving rides this week on my normal Monday and Tuesday. On Monday, I never saw any of this information. I think I gave about 10 rides on Monday. Then on Tuesday, within my last 5 rides, I saw this information twice. And the first time I saw it, I was actually really surprised. I took a screenshot of it right away so I could actually analyze it later, since you're only given about 15 seconds to accept the Lyft request. But again, here is that new information. It says rider tipped on 97% of rides, and it also says rider is usually ready at pickup. And especially on these minimum fare rides, this is information that would convince me to accept a request. And I say especially on minimum fare rides because those minimum fare rides don't pay great usually, and if you can see beforehand that there's a high likelihood that you're going to get tipped and also you're not going to have to wait long at the pickup location, this makes these rides much more valuable. And also that usually ready at the pickup information, that's a great additional information, especially on those minimum fares. On those minimum fares, you don't want to be waiting at the pickup location long because your hourly rate goes down substantially. And here in Minnesota, we are paid guaranteed rates during period 3 when transporting a passenger, and most of these minimum fare rides I am declining because they're just not worth it to me. But now with this added information, I will accept more of them. But here we have those guaranteed rates. In other markets where you don't have guaranteed rates, if the upfront fare is terrible, yet you see that there's a high likelihood that you're going to get tipped, that shouldn't matter as much, especially if the upfront fare is terrible. You don't know how much the passenger is going to tip, if they tip typically. Also, by adding this information on the upfront screen in markets with non-guaranteed rates, is this another way to lower the upfront fare. Make that upfront fare lower because there's a higher likelihood that you might get tipped. So you think you're going to get paid more because of that tip, but that upfront fare is lower. Also, how will this information pan out over the long term? Just this week is the first time I saw it, so I'll be looking for that information. When I give rides like these and I see that the passenger is tipping 97% of the time, and also that the rider is usually ready at the pickup location, I'm going to have expectations. I am going to expect a tip when I see someone's tipping 97% of the time, and also I'm going to expect them to be ready when I arrive at the pickup location. And this rider did actually tip me. They tipped me $2 on that minimum fare ride. And they also were on the curb when I arrived at their pickup location. But again, this is only the first week that I'm seeing this information, and over the long term, if I keep seeing this information and riders aren't tipping and they're not ready at the pickup location, this information will mean nothing. Overall this week, I probably saw anywhere from 20 to 25 requests on Lyft, and only on 2 of those requests, I saw this new information. And on both of those requests, I did actually get tipped. But overall, this is great additional information if it does prove true on these passengers, but it is not a substitute for terrible upfront fares. If the upfront fare is terrible, yet the passenger is tipping or they're going to be ready at the pickup location, it's still not worth it. Again, here in Minnesota, we have guaranteed rates, so I've been accepting a majority of requests on Lyft because of those guaranteed rates. Now, the minimum fare requests I haven't been accepting as often, but I will accept more after seeing this information. But what do all of you think? Have you seen this new information? Is there additional information that I haven't seen yet? Is there more than just the tipping percentage and the usually ready at pickup location information? Again, this creates expectations now. If you're going to show this information, drivers are going to have expectations when going into these rides. Again, this additional upfront fare information is nice to have, but it should not convince drivers to accept terrible upfront fares. If you've yet to download the Solo app to help you manage your rideshare business and earn more, our referral link is in the description. We also have a free newsletter, and the link to sign up for that is in the description as well. If you've yet to watch my previous video on my experience and how much I've earned with Play Octopus over the last year, be sure to check that one out. Thanks again for watching and drive safe. Thanks.